Okay, second setup, same type of setup, different machine, Epoch XT this time, and a different transducer. I went to a 45-degree shear wave transducer this time with, if you could read that, it's hard to read on the plexiglass, with a 2¼ megahertz transducer. So what I want to do is start setting that stuff up so we can match the scope to it. So it looks like I got 49 dB, pulse repetition frequency 120, pulse echo mode, that's all good. Looks like velocity was already set there and frequency's pretty close. We're parked in that filter range where we're good to go. 0, let's take that 0 back down to 0. If we can get it to go all the way there. There we go. Energy's 50, rectifies, full rectify, set an angle there. Let's roll that down to 45. Nice thing about this Epoch XT instrument is it has a great assortment of keys. I can just go right to what I need to go to. So I push the 0 button, I roll that thing down to 0. Let's just see what happens here when I put my transducer on here. Get a signal without a glare in it maybe. There we go. So we got a bunch of stuff going here. Got pretty good looking signals. Let's go ahead and park our transducer on the block. Again, since we're talking about distance, the angle doesn't make us any difference. So it looks like already we're seeing the signal in the center, which is the notch in the center of that block right there, that notch. And then looks like we're seeing that same thing again with a 7-inch signal over there. So let's move our 3-inch signal over. So I'm going to do that using my 0 button. Okay. I'm going to increase my 0. That should push that signal over towards 3. Okay, just a little at a time here. Just barely want to get it right up there on that 3-inch mark. Whoops, a little too much. Let's back him down just a little bit here. We call that good. So we're right on top of 3 inches. So you can see that there. And basically right on top of 7 inches where we want to be. So that's a good thing. So now, just like we did before, if I can keep the glare out of that, got a 3 and a 7. That's all good and well. We still have all that same stuff. I'm going to push the filter button. I lied, the receiver button. And that's going to take me to my filter. I'm just looking for what gives me my best signal here. That looks to be just as good as any of them. Looks like I'm setting about 49.5 dB. So distance is good, 0 is good, velocity's all good, gain, all that stuff, frequency is fine. So just looking, I'm at my 0 mark here on my block. If I move this thing over here and turn it around to the 45, I am right there on my 45. I'm just barely at an inch. Makes that hole a lot more visible. Much easier to see because I'm right on top of it basically. So I got an inch travel distance there and an inch travel distance there. Get that glare out of there, which is very, very good, and that's where I need to be. So that tells me I've got calibration for distance. I've got calibration for angle. I had my sensitivity on my 3-inch side, so that shouldn't be a big deal. The Epoch XT itself is a very good unit. Looks like I've got my signal through my gate over here, 1.06 inches, so no big deal there. I gotta keep getting a glare in there. That's what's causing me all the grief. But besides that, pretty simple unit, really user friendly. A lot of good things you can do. Whole bunch of options in here. It goes everywhere. But the biggest thing, if you need to see something, you can full screen it just like other scopes, and away you go. So anyway, any questions again, feel free to let me know. Just the same setup, different machine. A little easier to see this time because we have a little bit bigger screen, but from there, no big deal. Questions or comments, just let me know. Thank you much.